Hey everyone, what is going on? It is BradPhusion here, and welcome back to this creepy little place I like to call home. And welcome back to Eternal Darkness, Space Endless Survival, and today's episode we will be working on my base quite a bit to actually make it look a little bit better, as well as making it a little bit more functional, and a place to give these little drones here to park. But before we begin, let's actually talk about the latest update, which has added quite a few new features, and let me quickly go through them for any of you who don't actually own the game itself and who have been keeping up with this series. In that case, actually thank you for watching. They've now added the ability to search via specific items instead of just the title of the container that they're in. So if I search for the word steel right now, which is something that I know is in quite a few different containers right now, we have steel plates in the large cargo container, steel plates in the assembler bottom, and in the assembler top, which I think is pretty damn cool. So basically, you can just filter out specific items that you want to find. So computer, for example, as far as I know, is only in the one. So there we go. There's computer there. If I want to search for, actually, I think everything's in one chest other than steel plates right now. Yes, so that's just right. If I search for, say, iron, I will find everything related to iron, which is really cool. I would kind of like them to slightly highlight, like almost as if I'm holding my mouse over it. So just highlight that this is iron, this is iron. So I know that when I'm searching, it comes up with more valid and more clearer results. That'd be kind of cool. But nonetheless, I think the system is actually really nice. So yeah, anyways, moving on from that, they've actually added the cockpit that I've been using originally as a mod to the actual game. So this cockpit over here is actually now in the game itself. Now, this might still be using the mod cockpit as far as I know, because that's how it was created, but they have now added this into the game by default, so I don't actually need the mod on anymore, so I will turn it off in the next episode. Hopefully that won't ruin the ship. I might have to replace it a little bit later on. I can't find it in here. All I find is a one fighter cockpit. It might be elsewhere, but I haven't had the chance to actually see it yet. Moving on from that, we have the reloadable rocket launcher, which is kind of cool. If I just bring that out right now so you guys can see what it actually looks like. It's very didn't like it. It's a 3x3x1 with 2 ports on the front and bottom there. Now this fires 4 rockets before having to actually stop and reload, which I think is kind of cool. But anyway, moving on from that, and my apologies for stuttering or stumbling there, I'm going to be using the Kara drone to build up this over here yet again, and maybe keep going out a little bit further depending on how much iron we actually have. And trying to make up here look a little bit better, a little bit more homey-like, because right now it's kind of open, kind of exposed, and doesn't really look all too good. It also means I might have to rework these and move these maybe slightly out further or something. I'm not too sure what I'll do with that just yet. Anyway, let's get moving on with Kara right now, and let's do some welding. Okay, so it seems like I've actually finished doing all the welding now, and there's a little bit of ore right here. I don't know why that is. Huh. Anyways, yeah, so all the welding down here is done. I'm actually thinking about adding some runway lights, which I think would look kind of cool. So let me just take Kara back, because I know she still has quite a few steel plates in her. We'll empty them out and save them for myself when I do some personal building, or I could just let Kara do the rest of it anyways, once I've actually got the basic structure going. So let's head back here, head back inside, and we'll assess the situation again, and try to figure out what changes I can make to the base that would make it either more efficient or just more better looking in the long run. So let's have a look down here, just to double check, make sure I've got all the welding done. And I think I have. So where'd that little bit of stone go? There it is. It was iron, actually. Awesome. So yeah, there we go. That is all the welding done. I kind of like to make that a little bit smoother there. So maybe we'll have to do some drilling first. Let me grab out my drill here. I don't actually have my drill on me. I could use the bot, but the bot might drill a little bit. Oh no, that might be fine. We'll use Timmy. Come on, Timmy. We need you again. We need your little assistance. Let's get Timmy down there, and let's get some digging going on, just so we can kind of clear out that little area. Hopefully, it won't destroy much of the steel plates, the steel blocks we have. That might be a little bit troublesome if that actually happens. So, turning around now, let's go down and see if we can actually do some precise mining with Timmy. Let's turn on his lights first, because it's pretty hard to see without them. So, over here is what we want to change. So, I think it only needs to go in like a slight little way in there. Let's see if Timmy can handle that. Okay. It's a very, very, very small ship. Maybe Timmy can actually fit into a very small surface, but I think that is actually quite fine. We just continue going down here like that. I could just use a hand drill. It's probably more effective using a hand drill, but I thought I might as well put Timmy to work today in this episode as well. So there we go. We're going down quite alright, I think. Just line ourselves up here. It's very hard to line up when the drills aren't exactly straight or anything. They're a bit off, and like that makes it a little bit weird for me to see. Let's try that actually. Let's have a look at that and see how that actually looks to us. It's probably a bit too bright, but there we go. We'll have the light in that position. We'll come down and have a look at it ourselves and just see how that actually turns out. Let's grab some steel plates first before I actually go down there. From Kara, thank you very much. Let us grab some from the other side. She definitely has a lot over here. So, thank you so much. We'll grab out just about... I don't know how much I'll need. I'll grab... not 3,000. I'll grab about 500 or so. There we go. Perfect. So, Timmy, how does that look? Well, you did flatten it out, alright. Let's place down a few blocks here, see if we can. There's one spot there I can't. And I think over here I can't either. Any other spots are okay. That one's okay, but we are missing out quite a bit. So let us quickly just get rid of this here, and let's let Timmy finish off the job he missed out on doing. Little silly using the robot to do everything, but you know, it is what it is. I'm actually just genuinely surprised he can fit in here the way he does. It's actually kind of really cool, but still. There we go. There might be just little bits of resources there that I'm not accounting for, that I probably should be accounting for, like all these little bits of ore here. So that might be what's screwing me over, more so than anything else. So let's try that again, shall we? There we go, and not there, but I think that might be because there's something there. That doesn't, oh yes, there is, indeedy. The smallest of ores. Oh yes, okay, and there we go, they're all there. Lovely. Timmy, can you go home and let's grab Kara out so we can finish off this. We don't need Kara. Oh, no, but Kara's definitely a lot quicker than I am. Oh, the decisions of using the drones or using myself. It's quite hard because, as far as I know, Kara's welding is definitely a lot faster than mine is. So it's definitely better off using her for these events. Even though it's only a small bit of mining, it still definitely is a lot more efficient to use her for it than it is to use me. So let's move on to using Kara. Now you can jump from ship to ship like that if you didn't already know that, which is very, very handy. So Kara, have a look at this for me. Can you fix this up? Yes, sir. There we go. Well, nice little straight platform here, and we're gonna add some little runway lights here as well. I think which will look really, really nice. So there they are. Perfect. Now, Kara, you can head back home, and we will need you in a second. Also, actually, because we do have this here, we could probably just park the drones along here, because, you know, this is what I'm doing. This is where these will most likely sit. I'm going to have, like, a garage for them to park in. So anyways, I'm going to need construction components to actually do this, so let's grab them out right now, shall we? Put you back in here. Put you inside the refinery. You're still doing all the uranium I've gotten from the last journey, which is quite a lot. We'll grab out, not all of them, I only want some. Actually, you guys keep saying I can keep doing that. Oh, there we go. So that's that and that's that. Okay, cool. So that makes everything a little bit easier. Shift clicking and control clicking actually brings in certain resources. I've been doing that for some things, but not for everything. Okay, so light. Now I'm going to be placing these down in a specific pattern. For a reason, of course. Where are they? They are up here somewhere. Why am I missing them? There they are. They're down here. Slightly confusing when they change the placements of objects on you. But, nonetheless, put you here. And then put you... Where should we have the runway lights? I think somewhere where they can both get to a pretty far distance. So here. And then we'll have... here. And then here, and I'll keep doing this pattern, and you guys will see why in a second. So there we are, all these interior lights are now welded, and now I'm going to modify them to actually make them function similar to the way runway lights would actually function. And if you're wondering why I've stuck them here and here instead of over here, I'm thinking of having this as a sort of like a guard tower of sorts, overlooking the runway, overlooking everything out here as well, and I think that'll look really, really cool. So moving on to the actual configuration of these, let me go up to somewhere where I can actually access everything. So I'm going to just use the seat because that'll recharge my energy at the same time. Okay, there we go. We've actually finally fixed it. A little bit silly on my part. I actually had the offset set a little bit weirdly. Apparently editing the actual numbers doesn't change certain ones, so that was slightly annoying, but I have actually figured it out and I have actually fixed it. If I turn off my light here, you can see that the runway lights up like so. I think it looks really, really cool like this. So let's have a look at it from this side as well. There we go, so that's a clear guidance of where to go. You can make that faster or slower depending on how you actually want to change that. And I'll show you guys that right now actually. If I come over back to my control panel here and actually sit down for a second. So if I go to my interior lights right here, oops, sorry, typed in the wrong things. Using one hand doesn't really help too much. Now, the lights I have down there are from, I think it's 46 upwards, so I built them in rows from the edge of the platform backwards, in sets of pairs. So the front two lights closest to the edge are both 46 and 47, then I built back the second row, which is 48 and 49, and so on and so forth. And what I've done is I've actually set their blink offsets to slightly increasing values, so 46 and 47 are both the same, 48 and 49 are 5%, 50 and 51 at 10%, and so on. You can see that's slowly increasing over time. Now, if you want the overall speed increased, what you'll do is you go to all of them, and then you'll just change the blink interval. Now, the lower the faster, and the lowest number you can have, as far as I know, is 1. Any lower, it won't really recognize it. And let's have a look at it, what it looks like on 1. So there we go, you've got a very, very fast pattern here, and I think that's actually very more attentive and a lot more noticeable, which I think is really, really cool. So there we go, so there we have a runway for all the drones and all the other ships I might have actually captured will come in via there, and I think that's really, really cool looking. So let's get to building some other things, and I think I'll have to close up the episode here, because I fear I have dragged on for long enough. So what I said I'll do here is I'll make myself a little platform, a little guard type shack, and let me see if I have enough resources on me. I don't have any. So, gonna quickly go back over here, put away the resources I've grabbed, and see if I can put down some steel plates to actually start making something. There we go, grabbed a few resources on me. Let's have a look at this. there we go. We have a basic platform over here set up. A little kind of like an on-look type of deal. So if I come over here, I can't walk up it because the gravity field isn't far enough. Let me just quickly change that so it actually extends all the way out. Gravity generator, why are you not going as far as I thought you would? Maybe because I set it up wrongly. Let's go to the field width of 144. So that should most definitely cover it. That's a... yeah, no, that's... yes, actually, that should be exactly the length. No, why is it still not down here? It might actually be a depth thing, actually. No, but I still don't see it all the way out here. Oh, there we go. It's not as far as I would think it is. Maybe I've done something wrong here. I haven't actually set up something right. Let's go field depth to be a little... actually, not depth isn't the thing I really need to change, but we'll do that anyways, and we'll go height and field height as well. Now, that should hopefully definitely reach as far as we're hoping it would. And yes, it does. Great, and goes just out. Yeah, awesome. Okay, that's exactly what I wanted. So here we are. We have our little on-look platform. Let's go down from over here. So let's walk up here, and now we can easily see what happens. Now, I was thinking of covering this up. However, I haven't actually gotten to doing that. So we might cover this up later on, but for now, let's weld it how it is. Let's give Kara the extra resources that she needs to finish off the job, and I think that'll have to do it for today's episode. We've made quite a bit of progress on the actual base itself, which I think is really, really nice. So, put this away over here, grab out the construction components which are needed. The only thing I don't think Kara can do right now is the ramp, but that should be perfectly fine. Let's give Kara 100 of these, and she should be good to go. I'm not too sure what it takes to make a ramp, even though I could quite easily just check right here. We need a metal grid and small steel tubes, as well as a lot more construction components than I actually gave her. No biggie. I keep doing that. I know you guys hate it when I do that, and I apologize. I keep forgetting that I can just control click and everything. There we go. So let's put all these quickly in this arm here, and she should be fine enough to handle everything like that. So let's quickly finish off the job here. Kara, shall we? There we go. And over here, and now let's get to welding. Now the range isn't too far on her welding arms, but they do handle reaching just everything we need her to reach, which is lovely. So, like so, everything is getting done quite quickly, quite effectively. Definitely a lot faster than what I would do by hand, meaning I don't really need to fast forward through a lot of this. However, I will, so I'll see you guys in a second. So there we are, all the welding has now been done. Let's go check this out yet again. Let's walk over there. I think there's still a few changes I need to make to the gravity generator first, so let me just quickly fix that up. I still don't think it's reaching where I need it to reach. There's still a few little complications with that, so let me quickly go over here and change this yet again. I think it was the depth that time that wasn't reaching too far, but that should be okay. We have definitely a lot of uranium to last us, so putting up to a little bit higher numbers shouldn't affect us too much. But up here we go. Look really, really nice. I'd love some corner, what are these called? Cover walls. Yes, that's it. I would love some of them. They would look really, really nice here. But we're done here for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys next time. Stay awesome, everyone.
Poor baby. Oh, I heard him. I heard him.
Yeah, so did I.
Heard that son of a bitch.
Squelchy.
Oh, bastard. Okay, I'm outside and I heard him pretty close.
Yeah, I did. I heard him step on the ladder for a second as well, but he didn't go downstairs.
I feel like he might be at home.
Done it! Oh my god, how did you know?